Hey y'all. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm laughing because I've started over so many times. And it's just, it's not going to be perfect. And you know what? At this point, I'm willing to just accept it. I accept me for me. And that me in intros, I'm always try. Every episode might start off with me laughing at myself for fumbling with the intro. Whatever. I'm just going to be me. Okay, sorry. 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 I'm back. I'm focused. I'm focused. I'm focused. Okay. For anyone who is still listening, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you for stopping by in the first place. So, welcome to season 2, episode 1. Um, and today I just wanted to share steps, 5 steps that help me. What's the word? I guess I can say reset. I'll say reset. As far as my mind, my body, my soul. Like these 5 steps, pretty much you've heard them if you've done like research or if you've already been looking. Um, they pretty much like it's so many sources, so many resources that have stated these steps. So you may not be hearing it for the first time, or maybe you are, but I realize that it's a lot of things that I've had to revisit. It's a lot of things that I've had to hear repeatedly, and each time I've heard them, I've understood something like differently, or understood it, whatever, however you want to say it. But I mean, I've learned to be patient, and I'm still learning to be patient. It's like I just want to unfold all of these mysteries, and I want to heal and fix all these things all at one time. And I know that's not realistic. It just doesn't work that way. Um, so I really noticed by looking at myself in the past, and we're all just learning. I mean, even if you feel stagnant, even if you look at other people and you feel like they're just set in their ways and they're just stagnant, like not necessarily. Like some people can be their worst enemy. Some people aren't aware. Some people aren't as aware of certain things as you may be. But when it comes to mental health, I feel that a lot of people are very, very misunderstood. And especially when someone expresses anger. Like some of us tend to, express it right back. you know? And it's, and I'm one of those people, I'm still learning. I'm still learning because when you're in the moment, you have to stay aware, and that can be a little tricky. Sometimes you can slip. I mean, we all make mistakes, right? We're all human. I mean, we've all. If you never heard that, I don't. But no, I'm not judging. But anyway, but yeah, but it's a lot of us that ignore when people may have something else going on, or if I mean, sometimes it doesn't necessarily have to be a disease or an issue. Sometimes it's just perception, and certain people have experienced certain things, and we can never say, well, I've had that experience, because some people say you have walked in my shoes, and some people do have situations where someone else had a similar situation, but still, you can't say that this person is supposed to react or act a certain way according to, you know, the way you may have took something, because you don't know what happened previously. Sometimes it can be repeated trauma, or you know, traumas. Well, I don't. Sometimes it doesn't have to necessarily be traumatic. It can just be negative. We all have emotions, and let me see. So for example, because I don't want to downplay, you know, anyone's feelings, like, because you may be here, maybe you may have had a pretty good life, and I know a lot of people drive themselves, up the wall because they can't figure it out. Like, well, everything is fine. And it's like, yeah, on the outside, you know? And so some people on the outside also look at that and like, well, you grew up this way, you always had, especially when it's, when it comes down to money. People always seem to think that people had an easier life just because they had money. And some people tend to look down on other people because they grew up financially stable. And we also have to work on that as well. Like, you really don't know what's going through someone's mind mentally, because mentally, when you're not okay, nothing is okay. Like, nothing is okay. And so, or it seems that way. I'll say that. I want to just say, you know, that's not okay. But you know what I mean. Hopefully, you know what I mean. And I just wanted to provide these steps because I feel like it's important to share. And there's a lot of things. There's a lot of things I've been researching and I've been coming across that are very interesting to me. And it's the whole reason I even, created the podcast in the first place. It's like my little personal hub for the collective, for like-minded individuals, but also people who are just researching in general, and they may not even, agree necessarily. Like, because I think that's another problem that we have, is that we're so quick. Like, as soon as someone presents themselves, like, you don't dig deeper. You just look at that title that they gave you. It's like they're only gonna. How can I say? It's like when you speak with someone, you explain things or you describe things or you use words to like your best ability, like as far as to get your point across or whatever the case may be. Like, hopefully I didn't lose anyone there, but what I'm saying is, it's like someone can identify with something or add something, and it's like you automatically have this opinion or this picture of that, and then you automatically feel like, oh yeah, okay, yeah, I already know what you're. No, you can't. You don't know. I don't care if you met 100 other people that put themselves in that group. That's just like some people use the term witch in a negative way, and some of us use it in a positive way. For example, so first, I'm sorry. Like, it's all about, like, it's too many people who have negative or positive looks on tools or things, and they automatically deem it to be so. And it's like it doesn't work that way. It all depends on how someone uses, or how they, like, because it's like everyone is separate, everyone is different, and that was intentional. Like, we're supposed to be different. Like, this particular episode and many other episodes took such a long time because I was like, bouncing back and forth on how to talk, how to sound, what to talk about, this and third. And it's like, but that defeated the whole purpose of why I created the podcast in the first place. Like, and don't get me wrong, I love, and I've said this previously. I said this before. I love structure. I like people who put together their content, you know, and it's very structured and pinpointed and everything like that. I love that. Um, but that's not me. Like, I have structure, but I like to. That's why I like to have special guests too, because it's like we can bounce off each other and we can go in different paths but still be on the same, particular subject. It's like for example, I don't want to just give you these 5 steps and just, okay, thank you, hope that this works. Like, no, I didn't come here for that. Like, I came here to give you a piece of myself too, and I just want, like, it's someone out there, and it may be many, but it's like I'm doing this because it's like there's someone or something. It's like it. You know what I mean? Like you can just feel like they need it. Like it's needed. Like the energy needs to be put out there. Is what I'm trying to say. The energy needs to put out there, and it needs to be put out there. Sorry, and it's like I was. I don't want to be so busy on content and on editing and pronouncing something this way, pronouncing something that way, or not ranting or not talking too much. Like it's my podcast. If I'm talking too much, you don't like it. I mean, fast forward a little bit, or just I appreciate you listening. So I never say, oh, I don't care. Like, no, I appreciate it, but if you don't, you don't. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't like it, you don't like it. Like I like listening to podcasts, and I like to just see people give their opinions and stuff like that in general, and I like listening to everything that they have to say. Like that energy, and it's like just them expressing themselves. I like seeing people able to be themselves. I like seeing people, because it's relatable. Even if we're opposites, it's still you being yourself is relatable. I like how people like post their bloopers or how people just talk, or if they say something. I like how in the comments when people comment, the comments be lit. Like the comments be the best part sometimes of videos and things like that. And it's like people in the comments sometimes they will just run with something someone said, and then the other people in the comments like, nah, that's not what they meant. So it's like it's a mixture of both. You have your people that agree, you have people that disagree, which is fine. But me, I express my opinion on certain things. I've made comments, and now I wish I could take some of them back, because I'm just like, you're wrong, and it's like, no, that's not. It's not like that. And if I don't agree, if I don't really like it, then click off of it. You know what I mean? Like it shouldn't even be a thumbs down button. If you don't like it, just keep it moving. Like this person, like you came here for this person or these people. Either you with it or you're not. You know what I mean? So it's like, but criticism is also healthy too, depending on the situation, maybe. So did I just completely contradict everything else? Hey, it happens. No, but still, anybody that I can't say anybody. Yes, I can. Why not? Why can't I? Why can't I say anybody? I'm so weird, y'all. I'm so weird. See, this is the type of thing that I would have usually just stopped and edit or something or go back. I don't know. I'm just, hey, if I messed up, I messed up. That's the beauty of life. I can just actually go back and edit, or I can just keep moving forward. And I'm just going to keep moving forward, y'all, because it'll be another, I don't know. Like, and that's also another thing, too. And I had another episode I deleted because I, confessed, or I wouldn't say confessed, or maybe I overshared. And now that I think about it, I'm like, not really. And I'm going to tell you what I said. So you know what I'm talking about. But, and I laugh a lot, too, y'all. Sometimes I laugh at stuff, like, sometimes I laugh and it's not actually funny. Like, I don't know if it's, what is that? Somebody, I don't know, I need some opinions on that. Anybody else laugh? Like, and it's not necessarily, like, something for you to, like, laugh or giggle about. Like, I don't know, I'm gonna have to research that and do an episode on that. I'm not crazy or anything like that. Well, then again, what's crazy? Like, okay, whatever, that's a story for another day, or question for another day, or whatever the case may be. But anyway, you know what? I'm not even gonna tell y'all what I said. Should I tell y'all what I said? Because if I feel like I overshared, then I don't want to say it now and then. But then again, I might be overthinking right now. Because I overthink a lot. See? And that's another thing. I'm like, okay. So now, right now, I'm just having an argument with myself about being myself. Or is that being myself? Or is that too much? Like, what's too much? Oh, no, I do know. So, I kind of know it's too much. So, should I say it? Or should I not say it? Okay, listen. Okay. So, this is the thing, right? it may be looked at as a weakness, and I'm like, should I share that? But then again, it's like, does it matter? Because at the end of the day, at the end of the day, if you're here, you shouldn't even be here for that. If I should be able to share my weaknesses, right? Like that's why I came here, you know. Like I'm human, you know what I'm saying? And I have anxiety, you know what I mean? Like anxiety and depression. Listen, and I still, and just to keep you that in the loop here, I still haven't said what I said on the episode, and I think if I haven't said it by now, then maybe I'm not overthinking it when I think that I shouldn't share a particular like detail about myself. But anyway, but I'm gonna share, you know, the important things. I'm not gonna withhold on y'all just to withhold on y'all. If I hold back a little bit, it's for the best. It's probably for the best. But anyway, get back to it. Like anxiety and depression is it's a weird thing to have. Like it's a weird combination, honestly, because the anxiety, like it's like the depression keeps you. I don't want to say that either though, because then it's like, because honestly, y'all had to like work with me, please, and I appreciate it. And you have to have patience when it comes to listen to me, maybe sometimes, because it's I'm learning to not claim certain things or use certain terms, like I said before, like I said earlier. I think I said earlier, but I don't know if I said that in another episode that I deleted till I go back. Oh man, I'm doing too much. Okay, sorry. Listen to about 20 minutes of me trying to figure things out. But this is me, man. This is me. And I'm laughing because I am happy that I'm probably going to share this. And I think it's a good thing. I think it's a good thing. I was like, I just want to bear it all, my friends here. Just bear it all. You know what I mean? Not like that though. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Okay. But because I see people in the comments and I see how people twist people's words. I ain't gonna lie, that's what's really going on in my head right now, and I want to do better because it's not about what people think. So yeah, y'all just really have me, you know. Whew, I like this though. This is great practice. It helps me line things up here. But anywho, but yeah. So yeah, like I was saying, like it takes practice and my attention span too. Oh my goodness, y'all. But it does take practice because I realize that I've gotten real comfortable with just talking. Like I don't know if you guys can understand. Like, let me see if I can explain this well. I need to just stop thinking too much and just thinking y'all not gonna understand me, and who understands me understands me. But then again, I'm like, that's a little selfish, right? Or is it not selfish? Or is it being? Am I being myself by being? You know what I mean? So it's like, oh my goodness. But hey, I'm a work in progress. Okay. Anyway, sorry, y'all. I keep getting back off topic, on topic, off topic. Yeah, like I said, you gotta have patience dealing with me, and I appreciate your patience. Okay, I'm gonna start saying the same thing over and over. Okay, I'm gonna keep this in the road here. I'm gonna bring it back. Okay. Sorry, y'all. I seen a bug, and I was trying to get it out of the way without hurting it. Okay. If there's anybody out there that knows why I may be struggling right now with this, let me know. And that's why I'm gonna post this. I'm gonna post this so I can get feedback and get tips as well. I'm not here to just educate. I'm here to also be educated. I'm open-minded, and I'm not saying that I'm opening the door for you to talk to me any kind of way or be all rude or anything like that. That's not the case. That's not this right here at all. Let's not do that. We're all works in progress. We're all works in progress. That's all I'm saying. And I'm really gonna share all of this because none of us are perfect. That's it. None of us is perfect. But because none of us are perfect. I've been fumbling for. Well, I haven't been fumbling for 20 straight minutes, but I've been fumbling almost this entire time. But anyway, okay. Back to the topic at hand. I'm not gonna give you more examples of what I meant. Clearly, my focus. I had to go back to my bullet. I had to go back to the topic at hand and the steps themselves at this point, because this has become more about me maybe than helping. Oh, maybe I don't know. This might help. So okay, sorry, I'm going back off again. I'm just ranting at this point. I'm just talking. Okay, but yeah, but nope. I got to go. No, I can't just continue on with the steps. Well, okay. So I'm just gonna say this, and then the steps. Okay, I'm going. I got this. I got this. We got this. We got this. We got this. Let me just say this. Okay. But yeah, a lot of us just talk and we don't realize how powerful our words are. And so I'm not saying that in the word anxiety or depression, where I stopped myself after that because I was about to make a few statements that are somewhat false, and it's just taking power back in a certain form, I guess you could say. Is that the right word? Form? For yeah. Okay, so I just want to say that, and now I'm going to the steps. See, we did it! Yay! Woo! I need to be able to. You know what? I need to get one of those soundboards. I want to push the little buttons so I can have like a little hand clap. Anyway, well, I made them noise myself, so you know what? And I'm pleased with that. Thank God I have a voice, and I can do that. I'm gonna be grateful for what I do have, and I'm being serious at this point because it's like it's also easy to just dip off and say, "Oh, I wish I had this, wish I had that," and there's nothing wrong with that either. It's as long as you're being, as long as you're appreciative and you're grateful. Okay, so what we've all been waiting for. I'm not gonna apologize. Well, yeah, I am gonna apologize. I'm apologizing for the way I said I'm not gonna apologize. I shouldn't have said it like that. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, yes. Moving forward. Moving forward. And I may do y'all a favor, and in the description, I may just put the time that you can skip to for the steps, because everything else before it, I'm not too sure how y'all will feel about that, and I do care. I do care. I do care. I hope I get. I don't know. Maybe someone will find it. Funny. I hope. I love bringing laughs to people. Laughing is one of the highest vibrations. I'm sorry. Okay, now for the steps. So, these 5 steps are steps that I've been using. It doesn't matter. I'm not even gonna say that. But I've been using these steps, and these are steps that have been repeated to me from multiple sources, multiple videos, things like that. And I'm just gonna share them with you, and I really hope that they help. I really hope that they change your life, in a positive way. I mean, I don't know why I feel. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm pausing because I feel like I was forgetting something else with the 5 steps. There was something else with that. I don't think so. I think it's just I started to get focused, and then it became kind of strange to me that I was focused, and now I get off focus again. Okay, sorry. Okay, so 5 steps. Step 1: clear your mind. Now, as far as clearing your mind, of course, the first suggestion I would make is meditation. Meditation, guided meditation, works well for me personally. And because I have something to actually like focus on, because I like to multitask too. So, excuse me. I like to multitask too. So it's like the whole listening to the voice, listening to the meditation music in the background, and then having to focus on like the instructions, and then they guide you through it, and so it's a little easier for me personally to use the guided meditation. So I would suggest that first. But as far as clearing your mind, you should clear your mind in ways that fit you. Some people, it may be going outside. Maybe you want to go outside, whether you're barefooted or not, whether you're, it would be better, probably, to be in nature, but that also depends on the person, and it also depends on where you're located, things like that. But whatever clears your mind, honestly, whatever that is, whether it's reading, whether it's, cause I'm trying to give some honestly, some ideas that aren't, because I know sometimes we can get caught up on the details, right? And we see people, my legs need to be crossed, my back needs to be straight, I need to be clearly focused and all this. Like, sometimes it's not that easy at first, and you do not have to be a certain way. Whatever, like, you have to listen to your intuition, honestly. Intuitively, like, whatever you're comfortable with, whatever like works for you, I would suggest doing that. Whatever clears your mind. Okay. And then we have step 2. So step 2 is very, very important. I would suggest, if you did none of the other steps, I would suggest step 2. Step 2 is practice your breathing. Being aware of your breath is so important, and it's so, oh my goodness, it's so relaxing. Really quick, I want us to do it together, and I probably should have did that a few minutes ago, but I would like to do it together real quick, and I'm gonna walk you through. I'll probably do it with you as far as all 5 steps too, but as far as practicing your breathing, it can be box breathing. It could be, you can hold it for a certain amount of time, inhale a certain amount of time, exhale a certain amount of time, or you can just do just your normal breathing. Just pay attention to your breath. So when you take a deep breath, like, what goes through your mind when you take a deep breath? So you breathe in, and you're thinking about your body, your muscles, your breath. Follow your breath. Like, the feeling you get when you inhale, like, really follow that. Like, you feel it going past this part, past that part. Like, feel it going through you. Like, seriously. Like, you'll feel it hit the bottom of your stomach. And I'm not saying that you have to do like the pictures, like, with the chakras. It's like, we feel like it's something that you would see on a movie. I mean, you can imagine that way too, like, because I also visualize, and I have a great imagination. That's fine too, but I'm saying, like, at first, just try to be as realistic as possible. Like, you see it passing through this, that, and third. I'm not gonna necessarily say chakras, because, like, when you are trying to picture it, because all of us can't visualize either. Like, some of us is a little harder for than others. So just picture it. Say, okay, it's passing my throat. It's going down. Okay, it's going down my heart's right here, because you'll feel it past your heart too eventually. So you're like, okay, I feel my heart. You'll feel your heart muscle, because it's pretty much your muscles. Whatever way gets you connected to yourself, to your body, whatever way works for you. You breathe in, and you focusing on those particular details. And mind you, while you're doing this, you're so focused on that, none of that other stuff that was stressing you out a few seconds ago, you're no longer thinking about that, because you're focused on your breath. So once you do that, practice your breathing, practice, paying more attention to your breath and your body, how you feel, what parts do you need to relax as you're breathing. You'll start to do this, I would say, first, you'll probably do it like meditation. And you can start off with just 5 minutes, 2 minutes. You just do this. Anytime you feel like a little anxiety, you feel stressed, you can do this. You can do this in the middle of a conversation. Not worrying about what you may look like. Just take a deep breath, and it's very important. It seems so simple. You know how some people, like if you're upset about something or you're talking to someone, they're like, hold on, slow down, take a deep breath. And we've been saying it for so long, like some of the most simple phrases we've been using, or some of the most simple sayings that we would just let go in one ear out the other, or just fly over our heads, like they're so deep, and the meaning behind that simple instruction can be so beneficial to you and the rest of your life, and to the people around you as well. So practice your breathing. If you don't do anything else, practice your breathing while you're washing dishes, while you're getting gas. I mean, you're gonna breathe anyway, right? I hope so. I hope so. If you listen to this, I hope so. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm back. Okay. Oh, so I'm just saying, it's like you just be aware of it, because your body's on autopilot. Your body's on autopilot. Like, your body's gonna do what it's supposed to do, right? But it's your job to be aware of it. It's your job to be aware of yourself, because when you're aware, you'll be surprised. If you breathe first and you practice your breathing first before you do something, you'll be surprised at the clarity that you'll have. So, step three, let the energy, right? So let's say you got your breath, okay. Your breathing is flowing. Let the energy, your thoughts, your emotions, let all of that flow. Let all of it flow, no matter what you're thinking about, because it's not like, especially when you're meditating, it's not about controlling the thought that you're actually having, right? It's about not identifying with it. Don't attach yourself to it. You're not your thoughts. How many people have had thoughts and then you like, oh no, I shouldn't have thought. Oh, I'm sorry. Ooh, you like, oh my goodness. If anybody would have been able to have access to that thought that I just had, they would look at me differently, like, And so you're not your thoughts. That's natural. Like, you're exposed to certain things, whether you know it or not, whether you're aware of it or not. So you will have, certain thoughts, or, certain things that you take in, and you'll have certain thoughts. And certain thoughts are natural. Certain thoughts, are just, you have a certain emotional trigger, and you have a particular thought. And a lot of people say, well, most of the time your first thought is just relax. Just relax a little bit. Like, just relax. Give yourself a little bit more credit than that. When you're a good person. You're a good person. Like, there's no, you just balance. Just keep it balanced, Everybody makes mistakes. So, you let the energy and your thoughts and your emotions, you let them be what they are, and you let them flow, right? And then you have step 4. And step 4 ties into step 3 automatically. Step 4 is to shift your thoughts. Okay, so with step 3, you're letting it flow, right? And you're going to have some thoughts that's going to come up that the new you probably not going to agree with, or they may not be so comfortable, right? And you shift them. You shift them. Like, say for example, I have anxiety when I drive, right? So this is me. I'm in the car. I let my thoughts, my emotions flow, and I'm paying attention to my breathing, which automatically, calms me down and everything like that. I just accept it for what it is. I have my thoughts, like, okay, I'm aware. I know I have a little anxiety about this. I know that when I get ready to drive, I get a little antsy, or whatever the case may be. And so I'm just going to shift my thought. Instead of thinking that a deer is going to jump out in front of the car, I just imagine seeing the deer maybe in more than enough time to enjoy the deer, actually. To maybe even stop and record the deer. Hey, I saw a deer. Whatever I have to shift the thought to. Or maybe I just shift to not thinking about it at all and thinking about just where I'm going to, or how I look forward to where I'm going, or who I'm going to see, or whatever the case may be. Because 9 times out of 10, if you're leaving the house to go do something, you're going to get something, achieve something, So focus on that. I shift my thoughts. And then I'm so busy thinking about, oh, because I'm going to get something to eat. Now I'm thinking about that. And I'm not necessarily thinking about all those other things that are probably, that may be kind of sort of not even realistic. Some of those fears can, you know, a deer, you know, depending on what area you live in, that's realistic. So that's why I use that example. But it may be something like the car just automatically, everything just shuts off and you're on a bridge and you're about to go off the bridge. Because I have, well, I used to, not as much as anymore. Now that I'm a little older, but I used to have like a fear of bridges, and I used to think the car was just like. And this is, some of that fear came from not knowing how like cars worked, and I don't know, maybe I was with someone and it kind of veered off or something like that. I need to dig deeper into that because I barely remember where actual fear came from. But anyway, but yeah, so you're gonna shift your thoughts with number 4 and number 5. Number 5 is after you shift the thought, after you've done put all that work in, just breathe. Just give yourself that moment, like, okay, where you just clear your mind. You're not thinking of nothing. You're not focused on anything. You just allow your body and everything in that particular moment, in those few little seconds, just allow everything in the world to just exist and just breathe. And you just repeat these steps. 5 steps. So, number 1, clear your mind. Number 2, practice your breathing. Number 3, let the energy, your thoughts, your emotions, just let them flow. Number 4, shift your thoughts. Number 5, just breathe. Just breathe. Just breathe. And these 5 steps, as far as mental, like mentally, I feel amazing, honestly. And after doing it, I was like, I have to share this. Like, if it helps just one person, I have to share this. Because, I don't know, I just decided, like, hey, I need to figure this out. Because it's very, very easy for us to get distracted. It's super, super easy to get distracted. And it's more than life than just going day to day, like, just like, I don't know, man, looking like robots. Honestly, like, no, it's like everybody's doing the same thing. You know what I mean? And don't get me wrong. Like, I have a certain understanding of why, you know, as far as like inventions, and as far as like time, you know, has over time we've invented we've invented some incredible things. And we're not, I mean, we're advanced, but that might be another episode. I don't really want to get into those details right now, but it's more to life than that. We can't just say, you know, technology wise, this is, you know, we can't base things off of technology. I'll just say that. Like, us as humans, as people, as souls, as beings, as light, stars, star seeds, whatever you like to call yourselves, or whatever you prefer, you know, whatever. Us as conscious beings here are amazing, and we can create so many beautiful things. Like, seriously, like it's mental. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's mental, it's within you. Like, it's so many great things that we can create, and I just feel like it's very important for us to nurture and take better care of ourselves mentally, because, like I said, mentally, if things are off, then and I don't mean like, I mean willingly when I say that. Like, when there's more you can do for yourself, for others, like mentally, when there's change that you can make, that's what I mean when I say that. Like, you know better, you do better. You know what I mean? So it's like, you can't just say I'm this way and that's that. I mean, you can. You can. You know, free will, you can. I mean, to each his own. You know, but if you're here and if you made it this far in this episode, you know what I'm trying to say. At least I hope you do. And if you don't, let me know. I clarify because I'm laughing, but it is important. You know, and it's gonna take a lot more episodes, and I'm gonna continue to be myself. So, you know, you can join this, you know, little ride with me. You know, and I appreciate you. You know, I really do. You know, you just enjoy this little ride with me and enjoy your ride. Like, enjoy life. Enjoy what you're doing. Your goal. And I challenge you. This is a challenge. I challenge you to be happy. I challenge you, be happy. Like, spend your day being happy, right? That's your goal. Like, be happy. And please be good. Like, please be good. Like, don't get me wrong. You will, if you haven't heard me say it already, you will hear me say it multiple times. Like, there's no necessarily like good versus evil. It's not good versus evil. Like, it's that balance. We all just have to find balance. And when I say what makes you happy, should not, you know, seeing others suffer. Like, that's not, please, let's not, please don't tell me I have to go into, I'm talking to the collective here, and I know better. I know I don't have to be that detailed when I say that I challenge you to be happy and to, please do it the right way. Please do it in a positive manner. But do what makes you happy.